I would like to talk for just a minute about the Voice of Recovery Award. That will be our first awards of the evening. And I know that we've given these awards for various reasons throughout the years, but it's always because, for whatever purpose, the people who get it have championed the cause of recovery, some specific program, a lifetime of service, and for many. But for these two individuals who are going to get our Voice of Recovery Award this year, I just salute them, because at a time when the fetal assault law was promulgated in 2014, there were a lot of people who were desperately trying to figure out how to address problems with NAS babies, and I firmly believe that the fetal assault law proponents believed that they were helping and wanted to figure out some solutions. But at the same time, we had serious concerns about it, concerns about how it would impact access to care for women. We put together our thoughts and feelings on it, and as the law was due to sunset, I think we had several champions in the room with us. Not the least of which are some of our awardees this evening, but many other partners as well. The Tennessee Drug Court Association, our coalition partners, TAMHO, and others who really helped us address some of those concerns that we saw in the field about access to care for these ladies. I want to say that it was a difficult process, but I think we made our points. And one of the things that I thought was, if you're going to make lemonade out of lemons, I think Representative Farmer said something very that really warmed my heart a couple of weeks ago. He said that he thought the fetal assault bill discussion had really highlighted the need to fund addiction treatment in the state of Tennessee. And if nothing else comes out of that, then we brought light to bear on this subject for certainly a very vulnerable population with pregnant women who are using substances. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We all know that. The need for addiction services and a full continuum of them is something that we all work for every day. But Representative Farmer was a part of the Criminal Justice Subcommittee that heard the fetal assault bill, and his committee actually defeated the bill at its first and only hearing. And Judge Dwayne Sloan actually spoke about the fetal assault bill during that hearing, and we appreciate their service to this population and definitely for their support in trying to shine a light on the need for these services and the impact of that law had with our service recipients. So with that, I'd like to bring up Debra Shultz, who's going to help us actually make the presentations. Debra is actually Executive Director of Rescue 180, who is a local prevention coalition in the communities where these two gentlemen serve. So, Debra?
Jefferson County. Rescue 180, write that down. No, it's such an honor that I was even asked to do this. And honestly, from East Tennessee, there are two other great folks, Becky, and I'm getting ready to tell you about those folks right now. I mean, you know, they're doing so many great things, and I'm so proud to be a part of what they're doing. I'm going to attempt to read a little bit of stuff here because we're going to be presenting his awards to Andrew. Love my glasses, they're so cool, I know. But we all know how passionately our prevention and our recovery, and we said the words tonight, collaboration, destroying stigma. I'm so excited. I love my job. As a prevention specialist commissioner, I'm very proud to be a part of all of this. But this is one thing that these two gentlemen are doing, is trying to destroy the stigma. And so I want to read a little bit about Andrew here, and do not get bored because it's pretty fascinating. It's my privilege and honor to introduce State Representative Andrew Farmer, who represents parts of Sevier and Jefferson counties in East Tennessee, as the 2016 winner, one of them, of the TAADAS Voice of Recovery Award. Representative Farmer was first elected to the State House in 2012, where his first race found him in a hotly contested three-person primary race for an open seat. During the 2014 election cycle, this current 2016 cycle, he has run without an opponent. Representative Farmer now serves as the chair of the House Criminal Justice Subcommittee, and he is also a member of the Full Criminal Justice Committee and the Insurance and Banking Committee. Representative Farmer's roots run deep in Sevier County, and his cousin lives over the hill from me. That wasn't in the notes. Ransom Wine. But he received his undergraduate degree from East Tennessee State University in Business Administration. In addition to his service in the State House, he has active law practice based in his Sevierville office, where he serves his clients in litigation matters to state and federal courts throughout East Tennessee. While his two young children and his wife, which is present with him tonight, keep him busy at home, he has been known to escape with his tackle box and do some mean fishing up there in those mountains, and a little bit of camping. And I wanted to add one more really special quote here from a really good friend, Barry Fain. He's also, Barry, if you don't know this, he's my chair for Rescue 180. He does a lot of great work. He is one of our probation officers for our juvenile services. He says, Andy ran on the premise that the way to truly make an impact in curbing our drug epidemic in Tennessee was prevention practices instead of just kicking the proverbial can, you know how Barry is, down the road with a purely punitive incarceration, offenders, users. In other words, meaning that Andrew Farmer knows. He knows what you shared, what Becky shared, and that it's all about saving lives, and it's all about a disease, and it's all about not just incarceration, it's about saving their lives. So, without further ado, I'd like to honor you, Representative Farmer. Just a word. We'll let you talk.
Well, it's certainly an honor, and thank you for those kind words. I really appreciate that. I want to thank everyone for allowing me to be here tonight. This is absolutely gorgeous. I can't express my gratitude enough. We'll set that down. I just want to say just a couple things. Before I was elected and before I was exposed to the education I've had the opportunity to see since I've been in the legislature, I understood addiction just about maybe this much. I saw a few of my friends try some things and become addicted. I saw a few of my friends go to the hospital for a shoulder surgery, become dependent. And I understood it to that extent there. And as the last 4 years have progressed, I've had the opportunity to be educated by folks in the legislature, Mary, Nathan Ridley, about addiction. And it didn't come up until probably about a year and a half ago. Judge Dwayne Sloan had started talking about the neonatal abstinence syndrome babies. And that's when I first started to understand that we had a real problem. And then it came about that the fetal assault bill came up to sunset. Well, little did I know, I was about to dive into I was about to go into the deep end of addiction. I mean, I didn't understand it. I really didn't. And I understood that, I heard testimony from young ladies, pregnant, that went to jail because they had babies born addicted to drugs, opioids especially. And I understood that our state, or our country really doesn't really provide the support system for these females. So basically we're telling them, hey, if you're addicted, you're on your own. And if we find that you've had a child that's addicted to drugs, we're going to put you in jail. So then I found, in my opinion, that it deterred these females from seeking the treatment that was needed. So after hours of testimony, actually I think we met twice in subcommittee, and 2 hearings, we ended up killing that bill 3 to 2. And it's one of the most, I think, is probably the most substantial vote and most substantial things that I've done in the legislature. And I was asked earlier tonight, what I'm passionate about. If you'd asked me that last year, I probably could have just named off just a couple things that I thought I was passionate about. But I think that I'm in a place now where I can say I'm certainly passionate about helping folks with addiction and addiction issues. I certainly don't understand it as well as probably 90% of the people in this room. But one thing about me, I'm telling you, I'm willing to listen and I'm willing to learn. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for all your hard work. And I want to thank everyone for allowing me to be here tonight and for the award that I was presented. I'm very humbled. So thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Okay, the next one up, I know pretty well.